For day 14 notes, we're going to be writing equations of horizontal and vertical lines, okay, here. And then we're also going to be writing equations in slope-intercept form down here. So for the first thing, in letter A, this is a vertical line. And that vertical line crosses at 3 on the x-axis. So simply my answer is x equals 3. For part B, I have a horizontal line crossing the y-axis at -1. So that's just y equals -1. Down here it says a horizontal line that passes through the point 3, 2. So if I look up here at these two examples, I see that part B is a horizontal line. And I know that a horizontal line goes through the y-axis. So if I look at my point, 2 represents y. And so I would just say that my equation is y equals 2. For a vertical line, I see that this vertical line crossed the x-axis. So if I look over here, which one is x? Well, that would be the -4. So x equals -4. Down here for slope-intercept form, we discussed that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And so m and b would get replaced with numbers. Okay, these variables would be replaced with numbers. Slope and y-intercept. So looking here, I've got my slope, which is -4/5. I'm going to plug it in for m. Okay. And then my y-intercept is 7, which is my b. And so I would simply say y equals m, -4/5 x, plus b, so plus 7. For part B, 4 is our slope. Y-intercept is -6. So y equals 4x, and then plus -6 just means a -6. For letter C, 1/4 is m, b is -3, so we have y equals 1/4 x plus a -3, so that's a -3. Okay, then we have m is -8, b is 9, y equals -8x plus 9. Now, in example 3, we need to find m and b and then plug it into our equation. So like here, I gave you m and b. Here, you find a and b and then you plug it in. So for letter A, this is supposed to be an m right here. M is how much do we rise and run. So we would go up, looks like 4, and we're going to run 2. Well, 4 over 2 can reduce to just 2. And then we have to look on the y-axis. Where is our point on the y-axis here? Well, that would be at -2. And that's called your y-intercept. Where does that line intercept or cross or meet the y-axis? Right there at -2. Okay, so just like up here, once you have m and b, we plugged it into that equation. Okay, so once we have m and b, we plug it into this equation. So y equals m. M is 2. Then we have x plus b. b is -2. Okay, in part B, you have to find m and b and then write your equation. Okay, so for slope, we're going to go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a -5 for down. And we go right 2. So -5/2. And then our line crosses the y-axis at what point? And that would be at +5, sorry. +5. Right there. So we have y equals m, which is -5/2, x plus b, so plus 5. All right, 2 more. For letter C, to get to here, we're going to have to go down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So -6 for down. And we're going to have to go to the right one. So slope would be -6 over 1, which equals -6. B would be right here. And so here is 0. So we have 1, 2, 3. So my equation would be y equals m, which is negative 6, x plus b, which is plus 3. Okay, and then lastly, letter D, from this point here to here, we're going to have to go up 1 and right 4. So m is 1/4, and b would be right here. So that would be a 2. So my equation is y equals 1/4 x plus 2.